Hey there, this is Jim from Just Push Play, Ottawa's video game web show, and today I'm with some former workers at iPLAY, a really cool gaming lounge here in Canada in the Sunsplex. So, guys, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
Pretty good.
Last night.
Feeling good.
Yeah, it's the last night here, but it's good. Yeah.
So is this the last gaming night ever, or is it, what's the details behind that? Because no one's told me.
Yeah, I think this is like the last night pass. So they used to do night passes, which were basically 7 till midnight or 7 till close, which is like sometimes 1, 2 a.m. or whatever. But yeah, this is the last night pass. So hopefully we're here till 2, 3, whenever they kick us out, really. So yeah.
Nice. So did you guys participate in like a lot of these night passes in the past, either before you started working here or during?
Yeah,
some overnighters. Yeah, there was lots of overnighters that were pretty awesome. And, everybody brings their sleeping bags, their pop, energy drinks to get it all going. It's awesome. Some guys crash. You get your buddy to play. Swapping back and forth. Yeah, there's a couple of those back on Iber, and those are always good times. Yeah. I think he went to quite a few of them.
Yeah, I used to work some of the overnighters too, and people would come in with like sleeping bags and like alternate sleeping in the corner of the room, and yeah, it was good. It was fun. But yeah, they used to do Saturday night tournaments, like a different tournament every Saturday night. So like old Counter-Strike, or they do Battlefield or whatever. So we're playing all like the old school games tonight. It's pretty
all the fun stuff.
Yeah, all the fun old games. Yeah.
So what was your? That begs the question, what was your favorite game, or what is your favorite game to play here? I know. Tricky questions tonight. It's the last night, got to give you the painful questions.
I'd say Call of Duty 2, what do you think?
Call of Duty 2 was awesome. Yeah. Like the World War II Call of Duty, that one. That was really, really good. That was popular for years and years. Counter-Strike, like 1.5 back in the day, that was awesome. Battlefield 1942.
All the team shooters.
Yeah.
Tons of fun. It's so fun when you got everybody together. It gets really intense with everybody yelling back and forth, and it's just great. It's great.
Yeah, we used to have like for Battlefield, they'd have like 40 guys playing at once in the room. So like 20 guys on one team, 20 on the other, and just like a huge all out. That was awesome. Really good. Really fun.
So what? That begs the question. Like, what games do you guys play now, or do you you still enjoy the same games, or did you try new? Different games for PC or console gaming, or?
Yeah, no, I like Borderlands is awesome. Just finished the second one. We play a lot of Counter-Strike Go, like the new Counter-Strike, which is good. Kind of evolved slowly through 1.5, 1.6 Source Go, so we're playing that now. It's really, really fun.
I play some just kind of like online RPG games. That's my kind of thing lately. Pretty busy, but it's the kind of thing that you can hop on and play at any time, and you can just kind of play it at your own leisure. So yeah, that's my thing lately.
What was that one? Path of Exile?
Path of Exile, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, so he was on that like pretty hard for a while, and D3 when it came out, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, that fell through pretty quick, but I wasn't too. We used to play Diablo really hard, back in the day, and then and then when I was really stoked on Diablo 3, but I was actually pretty disappointed. Like I ran through it pretty quick, and I got kind of bored. So I don't know. I was kind of sad about that. I think a lot of people were.
Yeah. I can't believe.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an expansion like this Christmas, I think they said, before Christmas, but they haven't announced anything. It's Blizzard, right? Announcement comes out of nowhere. Yeah. So actually, what do you guys think of Minecraft? That's actually what you guys prompted the question when you started talking about those games before.
I haven't played much of it, but like my roommates were obsessed with it, and like our other brother was obsessed with it too. And I would just watch like their YouTube videos and just look at what they were making and stuff. But yeah, it looked good. I never actually played it though, so.
Yeah, me too. I never my thing. I never got crazy into it, but like my brother, and all of our friends were into it pretty hard. So yeah, not me though.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I played it for about 10 minutes, and I started started advertising my main website, GS Central, and like made giant G's and S, and that took forever. So I just don't know how people do like whole like Star Trek Enterprise. Like I don't know how they do that. Like
hours or however long they spend. Yeah, it's crazy for sure.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, really crazy.
Okay. So what console games do you guys like? Because like you guys used to work here, as you said, and you're still gaming here. So like, what top picks do you say that people should try if they're just starting out as video gamers, just starting to collect games or like play games?
Oh man,
I would go for BioShock is my thing. I love BioShock. It's one of those games that it's not like an RPG or anything that you gotta like. That takes a lot of knowledge on that type of games. It's just a game that anybody can pick up and play, and like storyline's really good. You can get into it. It's a pretty long game, so it occupies you for a pretty good amount of time. That's probably my biggest choice. I was always a big fan of that series.
You were playing Skyrim too, eh?
Skyrim, yeah.
Yeah, he's into Skyrim. I played like mostly on the computer, but I just got back into like Final Fantasy VII, like PlayStation 1 stuff, which is pretty good. So I'm trying to play through that again. But yeah, what was that? Dead Island. I played that. That was awesome. Really good one. So yeah. But yeah, not too much console stuff. I just built a computer like in the fall, so I've just been gaming that pretty much. So yeah. When we have time though, it's so busy lately. But yeah, it's hard to find time.
That's the thing, once you hit like college, university, or you're working full time, it's like you just want to pass out on your like bed or something instead of like, or go catch a movie and like maybe you'll pass out in the movie theater or something from the day. So do you guys prefer like consoles over PC or like, I noticed you guys were at a PC, so it's hard to tell, but but what do you guys think of like PC versus like consoles? Like, do you have a preference?
Yeah, definitely. I always have, just from like working here, but I've always had like PlayStation too. But yeah, I've always preferred PC over the console.
I think it depends on the game, really. I think it depends on the game. There's some games that I do like playing on the console. Like I played Oblivion on the computer, and that was cool. But once I played Skyrim on the console, I felt like that's what it's meant for. The big screen, and you can really see all like how much effort they put into the graphics and stuff like that.
Shooters for sure on
PC. Yeah.
But I'd never play like NHL on PC. You know what I mean? Like there's some games for sure that you wouldn't play on PC.
Sort of like you guys are on the couch right now, and to the right of us, there's Xbox 360. And like there might be a copy of NHL there, and like that's just a game that sitting on the couch, drinking some beers or something, like it's sort of natural. But yeah, talking about PC versus consoles, there's also like Duke Nukem Forever, where the PC version took forever to load, and it looked better, but like it was a difference of load time of like 20 seconds on PC, and on Xbox 360 was like a minute and a half from what I saw. So
that's the other thing too. Like, I just like saved up and bought like a pretty high-end computer, so you can crank the graphics on everything, and it looks like amazing. So that's another real good thing.
Yeah, but Dad's TV is awesome. My dad has this big and nice HD TV. So whenever my parents aren't watching the movie, bring up the PlayStation, and that's where I'm at. Like it nice and big.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a question I bring out every once in a while, but what do you guys like about gaming now, and like what do you miss about gaming back in the days? The early '90s, MC Hammer, back when Vanilla Ice was kind of cool. Those days. What do you guys miss about back then, and what do you like about now, or like vice versa? All the above.
I know like now you can like kind of, some games you can like buy your way through. Some games, like you can just like pay for better equipment or pay for this or whatever, like just unlock it, and there's no like, you don't actually have to put the effort in to like get to the next level.
Pay $20 and it saves you like 4 days of work.
Yeah, exactly. So that's annoying for sure. Like there's a bunch of old games that there's no way you can do that. You had to actually finish it or you're stuck. That was it. You know what I mean? So
I think just the limited choices too. Like back in the day, like there was only so many games. Like Diablo, you bring that again. Like there wasn't so many games like that. So like when there's one that came out, it was like, oh shit, like this is wicked, and that's what everyone was into, right? But then when you kind of
so much variety now. Yeah, it's crazy.
you know, like everybody's got their own thing, and it's kind of really broadened out like that. Where before it was like, you know, you could bump into somebody like, oh yeah, you like RPGs. Most likely you're playing the same game, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now it's like there's so many good games too. That's the other thing. There's no way you'd have time to play them all unless you're like a full-time gamer. Like you hear all these reviews of all these games that are like, oh, you have to play this, you have to play this, you have to play this, and it's like, yeah, I want to, but you can't. Yeah. And back then it'd be like, yeah, 1 or 2 would come out like a year that you'd like have to play, and you could do it, you know. So.
And you'd have time to play because like there wouldn't be another big game for like 4 months or something, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and also about, you know, talking about how people pay money to get items. I don't know if you ever played Earthbound. Did you ever play the Earthbound game for Super Nintendo? Or?
No, I didn't.
No, I haven't.
No.
Okay, well, there's one item in Earthbound, you know, I don't have this memorized off the top of my head, but there's one item in Earthbound that you have like a 1 in like 100,000 chance to get this like scimitar or something. Yeah, it's like crazy odds. Like, yeah, people will spend literally days trying to get this one weapon, or it's like a bat or a scimitar, and like the odds are just insane. Yeah, like they purposely did it that way. So you don't really see that as much anymore. It's now like, oh, you know, it's sort of being more mainstreamed, I think, in some ways.
People always find their way around it too, you know, like even if the game itself doesn't have like an auction or something where you can trade, people will always open up a website or something, you know, like people will always find a way to get stuff around. You know, it's kind of inevitable.
All right, cool, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. I mean, so do you have any final words for, you know, Ottawa or iPLAY or like your memories?
Sure. Been here. I worked here like from like when I was 14 or 13 maybe till like 3 years ago till I was like 23 or something like that. Like it was like almost 10 years probably I worked here. It was really fun. The tournaments on Saturday nights and birthday parties, like they'd run birthday parties all weekend, like all day, every day on the weekend, Saturdays, Sundays, and there'd just be like kids screaming, like pulling your shirt and like going crazy. So yeah, I'll miss it for sure, and it had a really good run though for sure. So
there's nothing else like it, you know, like it's a one of a kind kind of thing. So it's one of those things that it's just sad to see it go, but you know, everything moves on. But yeah, you know, there's just kind of get its own little world that you get out to, you know. It's your own little escape where you come out and you're at iPLAY with your brothers, and it's awesome, you know. And that kind of whole feeling, that atmosphere is what I'm gonna miss, you know, being out.
And maybe like it feels like an extended family, right? Yeah. Or like, you know.
You can come out and like bring like 8 friends or something, and you have like a big group of guys going. Like you can do LANs and stuff at your house, but it would have to be pretty intense LAN if you had like 8-10 computers in one house, you know what I mean? But here, like, we used to always get a crew together and come out, stay out really late, and like when we worked at the other location, you could close it kind of whenever. So we like sometimes we'd leave at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., stay like all night, just game like crazy. So it was really, really fun for sure. So I miss it.
And there are no parents, and kids are probably really happy about that. No parents, and yeah. All right, well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time, and you know, yeah, it is sad that it's going away, but you know, at least we can still, you know, talk about your favorite memories and stuff. And so, all right, well, there's Jim from Just Switch Play. Keep on gaming, guys.
Thanks, man.
Take care.